GM, everyone. Another banging show. I don't know about you, Craig, but we were just talking before we jumped on. There is so much to cover today. I don't know where people were feeling so bearish recently, but holy, we've got a lot to talk about today. Craig, how are you today, mate?
Yeah, GM, everyone. GM Greenie. I am good. Pretty dark here today, so I don't know what it's like for you closer to Brisbane, but here it's dark and stormy, man. Looks like it's going to have thunder and lightning at like 9
Oh,
a.m.
mate,
here.
I would love a storm. I went and hung out with Zeneca yesterday, and I'm absolutely roasted with sunburn. Look at that.
Oh, yeah, dude.
I got absolutely roasted, but it was like 37 degrees yesterday. I went and
It was
hit some
hot,
golf
man.
balls. I went and hit some golf balls this morning at 6, and I was sweating as well. So it's hot in Brizzy or hot in Southeast corner.
How's last night, dude? At like 10 o'clock at night. It must have been like 30 degrees or something.
Dude, we cranked the aircon all night. I was like,
Same.
no, I need to sleep in peace. I need to have a good sleep. So very grateful for that. But yeah, anyways, guys, Australia's heating up, and so is crypto market. So obviously, if you're new here, obviously give us a follow, Greeny Trades and Craig's Coin Purse, guys, on Twitter and obviously on YouTube. And then obviously, if you, I'm doing live streams on Twitch exclusively as well. So go check me out there, Greeny Trades on Twitch, guys. I will be doing an AI exclusive live stream today. Maybe we can do some trenches after that because they are heating up, Craig. The Memecoin trenches are heating up. Graduation rate's up to like 1.7%, I think it was yesterday. So lots to unpack. And I mean, it's good to see. Like, I would say now, Craig, what's your thesis? Do you think Trump's meme coins and Trump's impact over the past, it's not quite a week yet. It's about 4 days since he's really been in office, let's say. Has that had a positive effect on the market?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the positive effect was probably felt 48 hours to a week prior with the run up on Bitcoin. So kind of, the price front ran, I guess, any sentiment or positivity. I guess people were also front running the strategic reserve announcement. Obviously that didn't come, and then the market pulled back slightly. Whether it's because of that or not, who would know? But yeah, man, I think it has had a positive effect. Obviously Ross got freed yesterday, but was a Ross Ulrich. So that's a pretty big, positive, I think, for old school Bitcoiners and crypto, or just for freedom lovers around the world, probably. I think that's the main thing about that. I think it's good for everybody that it happened, whether you're into crypto or not. Oh, look, we can go into that a bit later. But yeah, has he had a positive effect? I think so. And I think there's renewed optimism. Actually, I take that back. What about the Starlink announcement?
What's the Starlink? I've missed that. I mean, there's so many other announcements. What's the Starlink announcement?
So the Starlink announcement is they're putting a whole heap of money. I can't remember if it's $500 million into AI, open AI. Yeah. So America's heavily investing into AI because obviously companies are a bit more confident to build in the US again. So massive. So yeah, the answer I suppose would be yes. I think for companies and investors, this is going to be a great time, dude. In fact, for us in the markets in a bull run, this is like a dream come true.
It's really I do remember seeing that. I didn't realize it was Starlink that was the 500 bill.
Yeah, that was the name. Bit of a different name, bit of a strange name.
But no, it's you are right. I think it brings money into ecosystems. It helps, like, if they also turn on the money printer, which I'm not sure they will as much as the past, obviously because inflation and stuff is still quite high, cost of living and those sorts of things. We could talk about global liquidity in a whole different stream, but essentially, like, I'm still waiting for the money to supply to really increase aggressively, and then obviously that helps with USD dominance come down, USD dollar also come down because they're still kind of charging a bit. Like, it's under 108. Holy, like, other currencies around the world are getting hammered right now. So for me, it's still not 100% risk on. I think there's a bit of change that comes, and I definitely think that'll definitely help crypto more broadly as well, Craig. I definitely do agree with that point.
Yeah, it's looking pretty juicy, I think. Oh, what's that? Stargate? Not so,
Stargate, Stargate. That's what I thought. I was like,
I say Starlink. I say Starlink. Sorry guys. I'm kind of waking up semi. But yeah, look, as far as the markets go, it's fantastic. And like you said, the only annoying part for us in crypto is that the US dollar is friggin' charging. And so I think what a lot of us are waiting for is the USD to break down and then Bitcoin dominance to break down. If those two could break down at the same time, or close enough to each other, holy shit, man, altcoins and memes and that. In fact, everything's going to go bonkers. So there's a couple of very big catalysts that are waiting. Greenie, you've spoken about it a lot with Bitcoin dominance. We can have a look at that a little bit later. I think it jumped again, unfortunately, for those of us who were waiting for it to break below. So the 56 has sort of jumped to the 58. I think, oh, did it break below again?
Yeah, it's still holding. Like for me, it's this macro level about 57%. Like it's going to hold that, and momentum still is like I'm on the daily. But if you go to lower time frames, like higher time frames, 5-day, 3-day, and the week, posturing show like the month is down, so that's a good thing. Month below 60, which means probably I'd say February we might start to see the month really go down. But the weekly above 58, which we are at on the week. The 5-day also above 57, which we are well above, and the 3-day above 58-ish. So I think we're not far away. I'm going to say, and I know Sexy has been saying in GTG too recently that he says probably about a 3-week period, I think, from memory.
Yeah.
And Tatsu, legend on Twitch. I've been watching you for a long time. Very much appreciate you being here, mate. Very much appreciate you being here. But yeah, BTC dominance, like right now, is like this. It is going to fall, and this is a macro bearish wedge, okay? And we've got momentum to the downside on the monthly, so you just need to stay patient. And like, if we do take a look, Craig, as what we're speaking about right now, like the US dollar is absolutely pumping. So again, same sort of thing, waiting for this to curl down. So on the 3-day, it's probably overbought. 5-day, it's overbought. Weekly, it's overbought. Okay, monthly probably still has a little bit more room to the upside. So again, same process. Maybe give it 2-3 weeks. We might see that start to come down, Craig. But we are seeing winners run, Craig. And I want to bring this up because this is something that we were the first. Like I promise you on crypto Twitter, I promise you, Craig and I were the absolute first people to ever discuss Radium as the best crypto asset to probably hold underneath Solana. Okay, so what I want to show you is when we bought. All right. And when we first discussed this, okay, so my thesis has remained the same. And look where it is today. And now we're seeing smart money accumulated, Craig. There was a post I will retweet later today about smart money and how essentially people have been accumulating Radium over other potential plays like Filecoin and stuff. So that's great. We're seeing people like Mando publicize it to thousands of people live on the show. A shout out to Easy, who was in at about $1 or $1 to $2. So he was obviously a little bit earlier than mainstream. Okay. And how you make money in crypto, guys, is by establishing trends early. And so for me, right, what my thesis was Solana was going to be, well, it was oversold. Solana was oversold. And within that, okay, everyone was building on Solana. There's a lot of still DeFi happening on Solana. This was before Pump Fund even then added to the catalyst of owning Solana/Radium. But if you dove into what happened last cycle, we saw Ethereum go crazy as the narrative. Everyone wanted to own as much ETH. Everyone wanted to trade as much time on Ethereum as possible. But what also ran was the DeFi on Ethereum. Okay, you had Aave, you had not XRP. What do we call it? Uniswap. Okay, you had all these DeFi protocols and all these dexes, all these things went absolutely crazy under the narrative of Ethereum within its ecosystem. So for me, Jupiter wasn't even a thing in mid 2023. Radium was, and I started to realize, okay, there was a liquidity pools on there. It was the first place you could actually manually swap meme coins as well when they started coming over on Solana.
That's right.
And as time comes, okay, technology improves, there's more options, there's bots, etc., etc. But for me, right, Radium has only been even more bullish over time. So I'm up 47x, Craig, as of $8. So it went to 835. I'm nearly up, 50x, Craig. So
it's a massive trade.
Shout out to Greenie. We give you alpha before anybody else does. Okay, so give us a follow.
Yeah, that was a ripper call. That was that one there. Obviously, I posted on the timeline recently. I don't know if you saw. I shared a tweet that I put up in March 24 that said I'm DCAing into Ray. I'm either genius or retarded. It got 3 likes. That one got 3. That post got 3. With 3 likes, 1 comment. And that was Radium at $1, and I reposted it today. And that's why I tweet things like that, because I know, I hope I can go back one day and reflect on those tweets. And that was an 8.5x that got 3 likes. Which when you and I were sharing the chart, in fact, you and I were pretty open to how bullish we were. We were sharing the chart pretty much dreaming, saying, imagine this has a full vert ramp reversal. We were just saying, imagine if it does. And you and I were sort of we're cautious about it. Maybe it won't do the full reversal, but our dreams were that it would. And it's what's about 2/3 of the way there, man.
Mate, it's like what
cool.
an all-time high is about 15.5, no, maybe like $16. So we're at $8.30 it hit overnight.
Halfway there now, yeah.
But here we go. July 17, written in proof. I literally say fundamentally, not only just, okay, I like the chart, but fundamentally, this is going to run. Okay. No one was earlier. Promise you. Anyways, let's move on.
Yeah, I think we might have called that under $1 as well. So it's a nice.
We
that
called
was
it
live
multiple
on
times. We did because this was the first time I called it when it was 50. Then it moved up, as you can see, 40% in the past month, 16% today. Then Craig and I started to really realize, okay, in December, I think it was November 23, we were chilling at every live stream. We're like, yeah, Radium's going to cook. And sure enough, it's cooking today, guys. Sometimes you just need to step back, zoom out, be patient, and your bags will go up. Speaking of bags, Craig, we got some massive macro news today with some of the top altcoins out there. XRP and Sol CME futures go live February 10th. Okay, that's massive again. More adoption, more people can buy it from retail, institutional wealth. Very, very good. Okay. Pretty much if you want to expand into that, you can obviously dive in a little bit further. We also have this news dropping as of half an hour ago now. Bitwise files for a Dogecoin ETF. Now that's crazy because the only like XRP, I don't think. I mean, chat, please let me know if that's wrong. But XRP hasn't even filed for an ETF yet. Solana has multiples, but this is the fourth one we've ever seen, Craig. That's massive. That is massive.
This bull run is turning out to be better than news-wise, better than I ever dreamed, man. Last bull run was a movie. This is now getting ridiculous. A Doge ETF. I remember buying Doge in 21 just because I remember seeing interviews with Elon where he kind of adopted it as his coin. I don't know if people kind of know the history because he kind of took it under his wing because it was one of the first meme coins, if not the first.
Yeah.
And he said, if you find an interview with him, it's outside of a car, someone grabs him and says, why Doge? And he said, wouldn't it be ironic if this coin became the main coin in cryptocurrency? Because he says he finds so much humor and irony. Yeah. And I think the same way. And now that did you see he put the Dogecoin on the government website landing page? Well, not officially.
Is it on there as well? They make Elon and Trump are like that, right? So you have to like I bought some Doge the other day. The chart's not doing it's still chilling. So I think opportunity here, Craig. Personally.
I think you can still buy. I think you can still buy it. It hasn't really broken out yet. But I reckon if you ask me, that looks like it's cooking, man.
This cooks. I think this cooks. Like it's consolidating, and this is nice. Like this is what if we take a look at like Solana, for example. This is what price action does, right? Look, it consolidates, it breaks out, consolidates, breaks out, consolidates, breaks out. Okay. And Doge is about to get its second breakout. I'll give it a few weeks. I think so. You got time, chat. You have plenty of time to probably get into Doge. Doge on the 4 hour. Maybe I'm wrong. No, Doge on the hour. There we go. On the daily. So, I mean, in theory, maybe March before we see it go crazy. But if an ETF actually gets approved, that's where it goes. It goes wild. So, I mean, shout out to Aussie and me. I wanted to long this. I wanted to own Doge down here. I was so impatient.
Me too. In fact, you and me were calling it, Greenie. We called.
I literally said, guys, Dogecoin is going to run. However, I have more money in Pepe, more money in WIF, more money in MOG, and I probably did make more money in those trades. But this is obviously today it's up 3x. So yeah, that was a no-brainer, probably down in this region. Shout out to Pio on the Bodogo show. I know he owns and been chilling the bag for a long time as well. So yeah, Doge here, guys. Very, very exciting news. Very exciting news. All right, we'll move on to the next part of the show. Now, this is massive, Craig. So I put a tweet out yesterday about Jupiter. How much Jupe are you getting today? Are you happy with the allocation? I only qualified for 200 Jupe. Now, I will be transparent. I don't use my Phantom wallet to manually swap that often, okay? I have now since Pengu has dropped, and I understand, guys, that Pengu will be in the next allocation, so in the next year, okay? So I know that it's after the cutoff, the snapshot in November, okay? I'm aware of that. However, I am disappointed that my bots didn't actually qualify. And so I was going through some of the comments, and some people have cooked on this, like Joshy, who I know trades a lot, okay? Mac also trades a lot. I know Mike also trades a lot, but he got 3.5K. Like some of these people.
I know all of those guys. Yeah,
but what really interestingly, BonkBot, I knew that BonkBonk should qualify, and I tried to put and like link my BonkBot wallet to the website to see if I qualify, and it wouldn't work. So I'm gonna go after this, reset it all, re-add the private keys, all those sorts of things to see if it does qualify and see if it refreshes. But I got this message on BonkBot this morning saying dupe claim is here. And now it does say you might qualify, but I'm sure I would have millions of volume on this wallet address. So for me, Jupiter should be a cook, Craig. Shout out to everyone who does, who has obviously claimed already. There you go, connect to claim. You can link to your wallet if you are keen, guys, obviously. But yeah, it should be a cook in my opinion.
Yeah, man, I'm the same as you. My trading wallets didn't qualify, so I ended up with 350, dude, which is
Oh, that's better
diabolical.
than me.
Yeah, I don't know what I did, but I ended up with 350. But Jesus, man, the amount of volume I've put through some of those bots absolutely breaks my heart. Like,
Did
good
you
on
check your
Josh.
bots?
Like, I'm happy for those boys. Mike getting 3,500, Josh getting 10,000.
Yeah.
I'm just like, man, I was trading alongside those guys the last 2 years.
Yeah.
I'm in
Yeah.
quite a few group chats with those guys. Shout
Yeah,
out
they're
to
both
Mike
two
and Josh.
legends of the space. Two legends.
And I probably ran up half the coins they did with them, and I'm like, man, I get 350 and Josh gets 10,000. It's a bit of a difference in money, you know.
Yeah.
One's 10 grand and one's $350. Fuck.
And so, okay, so here Nifty's Mateo in the chat, but pretty much like got 5.2K dupe drop, but staking 14K. Yeah, stakers got rewarded. Okay, I'm aware of that, and lots of DCA orders. Yeah, if you're probably using the Perps platform, which I don't because the fees there are quite crazy. I much prefer to trade on Blowfin, for example. But yeah, if you've been using it for DeFi swaps, for staking, or obviously to leverage trade, then yeah, of course you're going to cook. It makes a lot of sense. You put it directly on the platform. But for me, I went and had a look at some of my bots. Like I know, like Photon and BullX. Again, I don't have the private key for my first wallet, so I can't even go check if they qualify, unfortunately. But essentially, what I'm trying to say is, I know that a lot of my Memecoin, I would have put probably hundreds of millions of volume, okay, across all my bots. At least at 10% of that should be in Jupiter transactions. You go and look at the blockchain, 5 to 10% traditionally would go through at least Jupiter across all of those transactions. So you think about that. If I had $100 million of volume, then 5 million of that goes through Jupiter. I should be able to qualify for some dupe. Maybe because it's not directly with their particular platform. I'll wait and see. Hopefully I go today. I reset my Phantom wallet with my Bonk bot and I might even try my Pepe Boost wallet, because again, same another wallet that I was massively trading on. So we'll see if those qualify. But Craig, congrats. You got 350, mate. Jupiter right now. I'll tell you a price. Where are we? Oh, it's dumped. I told people to sell the other day. Oh my God, it's dumped. It was at $1.22 when obviously the Trump meme coin went live because all of Solana went crazy. It is now down to 80 cents, Craig. It is dumped. What is that? That's like 40%. Yeah, 35% on the days, on a couple of days. Yeah.
America never ceases to amaze me when I wake up. It's like I go to bed and they just burn shit down while I'm asleep. I wake up, I'm like, oh, everything's down 40%. Thanks, guys, for taking the wheel.
Yeah.
No, but that was obviously going to dump, wasn't it? I knew that when I went to sleep. I guess we could have got up. It would have been our time. What, about 2 a.m., 3 a.m., I think it was.
I mean, I didn't even.
It wasn't enough for me to get out of bed to do it, dude. I was like, oh fuck, what? I get $350, or if I get up real early, I might get $450. I was like, fuck that. I was like, I'll deal with the mess in the morning.
Give me 5 figs. That's when I start to worry about it. Give me 5 figs. Now, obviously, another big one today. Obviously, Jupiter's probably the bigger one than Anime because Jupiter is across multiple traders and investors across the space on Solana, whereas Anime is obviously Azuki's token that goes live. Been chatting to a few members in GTG. Beans are about 2.1K at the moment, Craig. And CoinPie in my group said that he qualified for $1,380 per bean. So he is getting more than half, which is, I tweeted that out the other day. I said, Beans, I think Beans has the best ratio. I'm not sure. I haven't asked any Azuki friends. They all got angry when I wrote that post, and it worked out well. It is wild. It is wild how many people are emotionally attached to their bags, Craig.
Yeah, NFTs are even, I think, different to shitcoins, man.
Yeah, it's terrible. I was like,
if you talk about allocations on, that's not worth it, so I might as well sell the NFT. Jesus, man.
Oh, it's just like I literally said, this isn't FUD. This is based on pure alpha and education. I said my entry was late. It was late. Okay. There was no way my cost basis was going to be covered, if not 50% of my cost basis. I think Azuki goes sub 5 ETH, Craig, after this personally. But anyways, guys, I qualified for 7.92 Anime token. I have no idea how. I'm going to retire off this, Craig. If it comes out at 1 cent, let's go. 10 cents, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, I don't know what you did for that. I've got to. I'll check my wallets in a little bit. I hate the whole connection thing with NFTs, and
Oh,
man,
you just
it
got to do it.
sucks.
I
I
mean,
know.
I know. You just
And
got to
just
do it. But
checking their address and is there a funny I or a one in there? You're like, oh
yeah,
my God, like it's perfect time for scammers to drop shit, isn't it?
it
But
is. It
anyway,
is. But just go through all official websites
yeah.
or Twitter pages. That's 100% what I'd advise. But yeah, pretty much they give you a breakdown. If you had good gacha balls, you got a bonus, which my Azuki would have. Time held bonus. So if it was before gacha balls, there's a key point there, before gacha balls, which was probably you had to be holding for probably nearly a year ago. I'm going to say it was 6 months plus. That's where you got a little time held bonus. Outside of that, obviously they had some ERC 55s in there, 1155s. But here's really interestingly, I'm confused how I got 7.92, right? Because Aave qualified, AI Arena, Camelot, GMX. Well, GMX, yeah, interesting on Arbitrum, Pendle. There's some protocols here on Arbitrum that I have never actually used. Anime communities. So Only Forces on there, Kaiju's on there, Renga was on there, Craig. I saw that. So if you have a Renga still, you might
Yeah, I do.
qualify.
Yeah, I do.
Um,
What?
Neo Tokyo is on there.
Yeah,
Any other
right.
notable? Clone X is on there. And then Hyperliquid Community Snapshot. Again, I haven't been on there. Arbitrum and Web3 community snapshots were taking on this. So I don't know. Maybe I qualified in that one, anime community. But Kyoto Yappers, that's where I think I got my 7.92 from, because I've been talking a little bit about anime. I've been talking a little bit about Kyoto as well. So potentially that's how I got my 8 allocation of anime.
Yeah, I saw Zeneca dropped a tweet
Did he?
today saying that the Yappa rewards will go in for round 1. He said, I think goes till January 30th. So
Okay.
and he said announcement to come. So I think they're going to do. I don't know if they're going to do multiple rounds but he said round 1.
Where did he
So,
drop this? Let me have a look.
I think it was in the last sort of hour, or it might have been about 4 hours ago.
In the group chat or
In on Twitter.
Oh, I can't see it.
Not Zeneca, bloody Zagabond.
Oh, Zagabond.
Sorry,
Okay.
Zagabond.
I was like,
Yeah.
where's
Sorry.
Seneca?
Wrong founder.
That's all right. Okay. Hold on. Here we go. Yeah. So first wave will be Yappy on the 30th. Claims after that will be shared by Memecoin. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah. So I don't know what's going to happen there, but obviously the rewards still go for another week. So
Yeah. Just keep posting.
Yeah.
Speaking of, Craig, you've already had a look at this. I haven't yet. So this is the first time live with you all on the show, guys. This is the new platform. Apparently, it's been updated. It looks pretty slick. Time to put Yaps to work, guys. I mean, if you're someone that likes to tweet and you want a free airdrop, this is a no-brainer. This is an absolute no-brainer.
I saw that. I put a post out yesterday or the day before. They put out an FAQ on it. It's pretty detailed, man. So I want to go back and read over it. But basically, they announced yesterday or the day before that, they're going to become a launch pad for, pre-TGE launch pad. So you'll be able to use, I don't know if is it your Yaps to vote on the project which will launch.
Oh my God.
It's
we're up.
It's bro. They're cranking, dude.
I should have bought the NFT at 6 ETH. I'm mad about that.
Yeah,
it's up at 9 ETH,
obviously
Craig.
that was sitting at 6 ETH because people knew, right?
5.8 yesterday, literally yesterday. I looked at these and I don't have any dry powder. I bought a lot of Jurison, which I think is also going to be a cook, Craig. If you don't have exposure there, maybe rotate some of your
I've been waiting
Azuki.
to exit my Azuki to get into that, and every time I try and exit, I just miss the pump. And then because they kind of move together, it's like, fuck, I can't get out of the one and then cop a discount on the other. But I'm going to make some moves today.
So your Yaps, though, do you lose your Yaps or you lock them up? Votes can cast for 7 days, redeemable. So do you earn more Yaps or what?
I'm not sure. I'm hoping you don't spend them, but I'm hoping it's a case of you can vote using them, but those Yaps can't be used then for a week.
Oh, you know what? That makes sense. Yeah, you're right. It probably is like, okay, for example, say I want to vote on, it's really interesting. Like if we just click on one, does it have how many people are voting for it? Yeah. So smart followers, I assume that's on Twitter. Yeah. Mindshare. Yeah, it is. but you can probably dive into what they're actually building. Top smart followers. You can look, dude. This is sick.
Yeah,
This
dude.
platform is the GOAT. Like, you want to be on this, guys. So if I mean, I should share my link here. I'll put it in the chat. Here it is. I'm slowly evolutionary towards better areas. I mean, we'll get an update. Yeah, we'll get another update in a couple of days. But I mean, yeah, I don't know.
And
yeah,
they're fractionalizing the yaps now as well, Greenie, if you see. So, sorry, there's decimals. So now you can earn 0.1 of a yap. Or you can see on there. So people are saying now that they've introduced that, you'll be able to test what earns yaps a little bit easier, which I do tend to agree with, because you can see micro changes now.
I see.
That is a good point. So you'll slowly be able to work out the mechanics to a finer detail now.
Yeah.
So some people are bullish on that, some aren't. I don't really care. I don't think it'll make a massive difference, dude. Like, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, we're all going to tweak together. So
exactly. But no, I think this is an absolute cook, guys. Sign up. It's in the chat. Highly recommend it. It's free. It's literally free to join.
I don't know why you wouldn't be on here. I mean, even if you don't really know much about it, I'd come in. When we say sign up, you just have to create a user. You just connect your X to it, really.
Yeah.
Who cares? And then it just follows your tweets. Tweet as you normally do. And if you're a person who provides value or answers questions on the timeline, you don't have to be an influencer or whatever you want to call it.
No.
If you just go out there like you do every day and help people, you'll earn yaps, and I'm going to guess that'll equal money. So, hey, you can get rewarded now for helping people on the timeline. So
I know.
I don't know what more you want. You know, I mean, X already rewards us, obviously. And then these guys are going to reward us. So, man, I'm all for it. I like what they're doing.
Exactly. And just to show you guys, look at this. This person has 160 followers, but has 13 yaps. This person, 186 followers, but has 15 yaps. So you can qualify as little as 100 followers on Twitter. You just need to go to work, farm it like usual, but farm it in a unique and authentic way, guys. Okay?
That's right. So
shout out to Chan, who has. I'm in Craig and Greenie's reply like it's LinkedIn. Yeah, mate. You need to. Honestly, it does. It helps. Like I do the same. I literally reply to, I don't even know, Tyler or ISO Beast, whatever it is. I'll reply to someone about Sammy, ETH. I'll reply to whoever it is. You shoot your shot. You got nothing to lose. Comment. Just comment, guys. Just comment.
Yeah, man. It's a good opportunity, and I don't know how long they're going to run this for, but I mean, as far as the earning yaps go, I wouldn't be surprised if they just ran this for ages, because you only
yeah.
You know what I mean? Why would they stop it? You won't turn it off.
Yeah, my understanding is a couple of months. Yeah.
So go hard, guys. This is the new Friendtech, but this is way better. Way better than Friendtech was. Way 100%. Harder to gamify. You don't have the big monsters like Van Bottis, whatever the fuck his name was, who rugged and all those bread and all that.
Kobe, yeah.
You know, you've got those same guys on here, but it's much harder to farm now. So average day blokes and girls now can actually come in here, and you might actually make some money, man. So,
dude, Ray is cooking with the referrals. That's insane.
Man, how do you get referral points? I've referred.
He must have got like Easy and maybe Kicks and stuff on the platform, and then they're obviously shilling their. That's how it works. It works like same Ponzi. Like if you're earlier and then you refer and then they refer and they start yapping. That's how it works. Yeah.
Okay, guys, everyone who joined under me, please start referring as hard as you can. It's a permanent.
Start yapping. You need to yap as well. You need to yap. Okay.
Yeah, talking helps. Talking definitely.
But yeah, top 500 is about 418 yaps at the moment, so that's always good to keep an eye on. I'm at 264. I could probably improve that a little bit.
That's not bad, man. And I slowed down a lot after I had a big spike. I'm only at 39, so I had a big spike. I got about 33 in a day, and then I got nothing. I got 0.48 yesterday. So don't know what I did differently, but
It's all about engagement. It really is. So if you create you'll see a spike when you go viral. So like, for example, when I went viral for the Zuki thread, for the NFT post that I did, and then another post, can't remember what it was. I had 3 viral posts in a day, and I was up like top 40 overall, I think, on that day. And then I went viral again overnight on my Jupiter post, got like randomly 50,000 likes. Views. I was like, what the hell? But yeah, that boosts you up the leaderboard. So I mean, on the last 24 hours, I only had that one viral post, but it still gets you 20 yaps, right? 20 yaps Can't remember what the distribution is. It's like 1 million a day or something. I don't know, something like that, or 1 million a week, something like that. So dive into it if you guys are interested. Highly recommend it. It's in the links if you're keen to sign up. The next one that I think is going to be an absolute cook is, obviously we've spoken about this before, is Wayfinder. So that's associated with Echelon Prime, the altcoin / the game, which is obviously kind of associated with the parallel avatars as well. Now, Wayfinder, very simple, guys. Same again. You can sign up for this. Okay, this is what it looks like. You can check like wallets and stuff. Agents are coming soon. So again, I'll throw that in the comments. It's free to sign up. I'd highly recommend jumping on there. And now you can actually link your wallet to your cash, or Cashi. So in other words, if you're someone that's been staking your Prime as little as $10 or hundreds or thousands, okay, then you can now link these two wallets for the prompt airdrop, which is coming. I'm not sure time frame. Okay, I'm not sure time frame. Give Wayfinder Foundation a follow. They'll probably update you, but the prompt token is coming soon, and I think that's going to be an absolute cook as well.
Okay, yeah. I have signed up to that, like you said, under you. But I think what we spoke last time, there's not much to do at the moment, is there, apart from refer?
No. But soon, I believe it's still in maybe alpha form, but I assume the website here, the agents and stuff, you can set up wallets, guys. You can send money there as well, and deposit. Okay, bang, there it is. Withdraw, obviously. So it acts as a smart wallet, and you will be able to do certain things. I do think you will be able to trade and send money across different blockchains on this. So I think it's going to be a cook.
Okay, yeah. So everyone jump on that referral Greeny's put up.
Yeah.
Look, I think opportunities like this in the bull run, you got to sign up for everything at the moment.
Absolutely. And this
sign up for everything.
At this time of the bull run, I think it's the absolute time to be doing these sorts of stuff.
Just get your hands dirty. It's grimy. I know no one wants to sign up for shit, but do it, because you don't know which one of these will be the one where everyone goes, "Oh my god, they're being so generous," and if you miss out, you'll kick yourself, man. And then you got to wait till the friggin' next bull run. So, and at the moment, things get valuations that they shouldn't get. So it's a good time to get dropped and shit.
Well, outside that, Craig, that's all the news. Okay. We spoke a lot about Alpha the other day. I think we went for like an hour and a half. It was an absolute banging show. So if you didn't get to catch that, guys, then definitely go watch that replay. We gave a lot of fundamental thesis about where we are in the cycle, how far we go, those sorts of things. Maybe today's show is not as long, Craig. Is there anything else you want to discuss today specifically? I know the trenches are back at 1.7%, which is great to see as well. But outside that, Craig, anything else that you want to discuss?
I'm the only thing that I'm kind of keeping an eye on at the moment, which I'm kind of getting bullish about, is the daily exchange volume.
Okay.
It's I don't know if you want to bring it up on the block.co, but it's spiking, dude. It's spiking hard, and it looks like it's going to send, and it looks like it wants to. Man, it's not that far off the all-time high daily exchange volume from the 21 bull run, bro.
Okay, let me pull that up.
We're getting there. It's a massive spike the last few days. So it's retail. The reason why I'm interested in that, for those who don't know, that's usually a pretty good example of retail money coming in. So loading up their exchange wallets, for lack of a better word, and buying coins like Doge or whatever they might be buying. Massive spike on the daily exchange volume. So that's really good to see. Long and short ratio is almost the same. So it looks like we're in a pretty balanced time at the moment for Bitcoin. We're not, we don't have shorts or longs out ratioing. There we go. The daily exchange volume, it's looking good, man. That looks like it wants to send. So as far as Bitcoin goes, maybe guys want to hear a quick bit about that. To me, it just looks like Bitcoin's cooking at the moment, but I'm pretty optimistic we're going to see a send on it soon. Daily exchange volume, like I said, is moving up. The search terms on Google are up. I haven't looked up Bitcoin. The one thing I noticed that was interesting is the search volume on Google. Bitcoin didn't really go up as far as the search term, but meme coins did and cryptocurrency did. So
interesting.
It is interesting. It is interesting to see what people are looking up. Obviously, memes are a bit more fun. So for retail, and I guess for retail, meme coins are the thing that's going to make them billions in their mind, I suppose. So
and let's unpack that a little bit, right? And the reason why, Craig, is because it's a smaller value, right? It's a smaller number. So it's the same thesis as a lot of people understand with XRP, right? Compared to let's go over the past 5 years. Why is that not going away? Go away. Yeah, look at that. I'm gonna have to refresh this. My apologies, guys. All right, there we go. So it's the same fundamental thesis as as simple mathematics. So if you see an asset that's worth 1,000, you see an asset that's worth 100, and you see an asset that's worth $1. Okay, which asset are you naturally going to buy without doing any further research? You're going to buy the $1 asset because in your mind it appears though if you put $100 into that, you're going to get 100 tokens. If you put 100 into 1,000, you're only going to get 10 tokens. Okay, so it's a very simple. I can't remember what the term is, Craig. You might know the term. Yeah, it's unit bias, right? So XRP, the reason XRP will do well is fundamentally, with Craig and I spoken about that last week, about its actual technology, but it's because it's single digits. It's digits.
$3,
It's not
whatever. Yeah,
it's not $108,000 like a Bitcoin, right? So people are going to go classically and put the unit bias and go, okay, well, that's why Solana probably still has more upside compared to ETH, compared to BTC, because it's just a smaller number. Same as Sui, it's smaller than Sol. Sui, okay, let's go to XRP. It's like what, $3 or something. So you do need to think about that from adoption in terms of what mainstream people will come in. Okay, normies might come in and those sorts of things as well. So a few comments here, Craig. GM to Walls, absolute legend. He's been creating a lot of Yap content as well, guys. Highly recommend giving him a follow as well. Quick is asking, you guys positioning for Berachain, Craig? I'm not. I haven't spent any time. I'm probably going to focus more on Abstract because obviously I own a Pudgy as well. So like that makes a lot of sense. They're going to open streaming on the platform. So again, I spoke about crypto Elon about this the other night with a stream with him. So I think it's definitely worthy for me to focus more on the Abstract side.
Yeah, that's sort of what I'm looking at. Admittedly, I don't know much about the Abstract streaming side of things, Greeny. Do you know much about it? Do you know much?
Not really. Not to the point that I DM'd Luca about it about a week ago. Yeah. I said, oh, hey, Luca, like, what's the chat? He said, oh, by the end of the month, you'll know more details. So okay. If you're early, you get XP. If you have a lot of followers, you get XP. If you talk about Abstract specific content, you get a lot of XP. XP, I assume, helps for the Abstract launch. Now, the mainnet is to drop probably in the next week, but the actual token might not drop for a couple months potentially.
Okay, so there's still an opportunity to farm that,
yes,
for lack of a better word.
And and I think
just be a content creator and get to work.
Exactly. And little Pudgy's here at what? 2 ETH? I think that's a steal.
Yeah, I'm tempted, dude. I'm tempted.
I think you could either trade that into the Abstract and sell on the hype, or you could obviously definitely hold into the Abstract airdrop and unlock some crazy gains as well.
Yeah, are you thinking that Abstract airdrop would still be quite large? Are you thinking bigger than Pingu still?
Or I don't know. We'll have to see tokenomics, but I would say that potentially, yeah, I think it's going to be a cook. I think it's going to be a cook, particularly to Pudgy holders who already got Pengu and Pengu holders as well. So I think it's going to be a cook, yeah.
Chan, thoughts on Ray?
I think, well, I bought a shit ton at 720, I think, the other day. So, yeah, I've been holding. We spoke about this at the top of the show. I'm up 47. I'm up probably 50x now. It's at 8.3. But I bought more at 720, I think it was the other day. No, I think that makes a new all-time high personally.
Yeah,
and
same here.
Don't fade strength. Don't fade strength in a bull market. But wait for a pullback.
Yeah.
But yeah, here you go, Craig. Diagnose what's happening here, Craig.
What's Bitcoin interest over time? Oh, slight spike there. Is that all time, is it?
Yeah, so let's go 2004. So this is 2004, right? So 2011, it had like minimal impact. 2013, second cycle, a little bit. This is when I got involved. In 2016 is when I got involved in crypto. Look how crazy it went then. Everyone's like, what the hell is this Bitcoin? Because it was still so cheap. But diminishing returns, okay, as price gets big. But look what's happened more recently, Craig, and it's because of Trump, okay? It's because of strategic reserve. It's because governments. Look at this, El Salvador, Nigeria, Argentina would also be another one up here, 16%. Brazil.
Nigeria, number one, eh? Wow.
Yeah. Interesting. I got a lot of people. Dude. A lot of people follow me on Twitter and YouTube from Nigeria. So shout out to Nigeria people. Yeah.
Shout out Nigeria, my brothers.
Yeah. So yeah, I think Bitcoin, it's a hedge against everything, Craig, I think, in my opinion.
And just to put the data together for people, Bitcoin search term starting to increase on Google. That's normally searching that, man. I mean, I don't think there's anyone on the crypto timeline that's been in crypto for any more than 3 months who's jumping on Google typing Bitcoin. Like that's that's mums, dads, nanas typing that in, man. Like
crypto, yeah.
meme coins had a big spike. So if you've got a combination of exchange volume going up, search term volume, for lack of a better word, going up, those are two metrics that will measure retail, or if you want to call it dumb money. So for someone, or for people like us that are already in the space, this is what we've been waiting for. These are the metrics or the data we wanted to see. It's one thing to say, oh, I think retail's here. Yeah, thinking something's great, but you want to check the data, and the data is now saying they are. So that's cool, because now I can sort of say with a bit more certainty they're here. It also lets me start to realize that if they're here, time's ticking. As well, whereby say we go back 3 months and the search terms were low, there was a spike when the ETF came in, and then it dropped right off, which meant retail left for a while. So that's what happens, right? They leave, they get bored. Retail don't stick around for a year. Retail come in month or 2 or 3 or 6 month bursts, probably not even 6 months if you look at the data. So we're getting to the point where it's spiking again. It just makes me start to go, okay, they're here. You got to start taking profit, dude, because they don't stick around too long.
No, and so this is the chart I then refer to, Craig. And it's, if we get to extreme greed, guys, I'm taking more profits off the table. Look at it. It aligns perfectly, okay, with where the market starts to create local tops. So look at this. March, we had a local top. Then we went consolidated for a long time. We went all the way to fear, guys. Then we bounced up more recently into November. Okay, that's when we started going crazy again. Okay, and sure enough, we could have taken profits there. You could have bought the dip again at 89K just recently as well. So buying fear, selling greed, very simple strategy. Very simple strategy.
So where are we on the fear and greed now? Are we neutral?
66.
Oh, greed. We're in greed. Sorry, we're in greed.
Yeah, we just re-entered greed after being in neutral for the past sort of week or two.
Look, I mean, I saw some data. It was actually Jason Pizzino, and he was saying, I thought this was quite an interesting comment and quite true. This was the least feared bull run of all bull runs so far, meaning it hasn't gone into fear as much as other bull runs, and it's sat in greed or extreme greed longer than other bull runs, kind of hinting at people are getting more experienced, I think, in bull runs now. I mean, I'm one of them. I was way more fearful last run, dude. Like, this bull run, dips just don't really get me like they used to. Admittedly, we haven't had a 50% Bitcoin pullback, when we get that, guys, yeehaw, you'll see the emotions. But also what he said, which I thought was really important, was it's been the least feared, but when retail tend to come back, they're more emotional. So that's when you'll see the price swings will be greater and the fear and greed will swing more. So now that retail are here, which are the least experienced traders, that's when we're going to see big swings, which is also one of the reasons why you want to take profit, because the down swings can be quite brutal. And if you don't take profit, you might be waiting 3 months.
Yeah,
6
absolutely.
months.
Absolutely. And a very simple strategy I've adopted for a long time is, if you see this in extreme greed, probably take 5 to 10% off. If it's later in the cycle, take a little bit more. Okay. You can't go wrong with taking profits, guys. Can't go wrong.
Randy, what's your, before we go, Crypto G, who always puts up a few hot takes, and he says hot take, retail don't matter. This is an institution cycle. Tell me what you think about that, Greenie. What do you reckon? Is this different? Are we different this time? Tell me if retail don't matter.
I think, yes, I do agree. It is different. I think the 4-year cycle could be finally decorrelating from 4 years, from the halving potentially, because yes, institutional wealth and adoption is very much now. It is now, and it probably in the next 4 years under Trump, it very much will continue for me. So I do agree. But no, retail still matters so much because it's sentiment, right? Like, crypto is a bubble. It's like a lot of things out there. It's a bubble, okay? And so without it expanding outside that bubble, then the potential of high returns, all those sorts of things, really doesn't sort of come into the story. However, that bubble is growing. So retail now, people are a lot more aware of crypto. People like Craig, people like myself who have had multiple experiences through cycles now know, okay, the volatility is very expected. That's the market that we're in. And that's part of the industry that we're in, right? However, if you do dive deeper, there's still retail. I still talk to my best mates and they go, isn't crypto a scam? And I say, bro, you still have so much to learn. Okay. But that shows me that there's still so many people out there that haven't even dipped their toes in. And when they eventually do, and when they eventually realize that, that is the point at where I would completely say that retail no longer matters for cryptocurrency, Craig. What's your take?
Same thing as me. I mean, if I got say 10 people in a room and I said, "Who of you holds crypto?" I say of my friends, from say high school, I reckon out of 10, 2 would.
Yeah.
Maybe if I was going to take a stab in the dark, 3 maybe.
Yeah.
So for me, that just means, I know that's napkin math, but you still got a big amount of people, and there's a lot of people in the world, right? If everyone's going to chuck in $1,000, things move.
Exactly.
And you're going to start seeing, more and more retail pour in, especially now with the ETFs. That's also retail. I know it's institutions, but it's helping retail come in or feel comfortable. I think retail still matter, like you said, mainly because there's so many of them that aren't in. As you said, as more and more of them come in, then they won't. The do they matter goes down. So it'll go. I think over time it'll go down. But retail are interesting, right? You look at stocks, you look at bull runs and all that. Retail come and go like they have for 100 years on the stock market. So, and there's still cycles, bull markets and bear markets in those, in those spaces, which have been around a long time. Look at gold, look at silver. So markets still markets. I think retail still matters, but I do understand that. And look, I like the institutions. They're gonna matter perhaps more over time, but
yes,
how much I guess I don't know. I'm keen to find out. I think retail matter. I think institutions matter. I can't wait till they really get their hands dirty. Institutions are really going to matter when the first country decides they're going to print fiat and buy Bitcoin, man.
That's it. Yeah.
Someone do it, please. One country start printing and buy.
Because you've got like El Salvador, you've got Venezuela, you've got Argentina. As when I was in South America last week, it's pretty crazy. It makes a lot of sense. Same as Africa. It makes a lot of sense for these countries to invest in a hardcore asset like Bitcoin, right? It really does. When you fundamentally look at how corrupt it is, how much it's manipulated, how much their dollar actually means fuck all across the rest of the world in terms of value, crypto makes so much sense for people in those sorts of countries. And then obviously Western society are like, oh shit, okay, we don't have enough exposure. We need to catch up.
Exactly right. No, exactly right. And when you do travel to those third world countries, you do see the necessity of this technology. So that's kind of bullish as well. And the fact that some of these actually have use case. So man, I'm excited. I'm waiting like probably everybody else for Trump to say those magic words. That's when, oh my God, please do it.
Yeah. No, I think it'll be a cook. I think it will be a cook. For sure. So I don't know, Craig, that's a pretty good show in my opinion. Anything else you want to touch on right at the end there?
No, not really. I think we're all in a holding pattern now. We're going to wait for Bitcoin to decide whether it wants to break up or down. I dare say we're looking for a break up in the next week, 2-3 weeks.
Yeah.
And I think February, Greenie, we might be looking at, it could be from now to Feb for some fireworks. So not much to say. I think the market's just kind of waiting to see what Trump's going to do and what Bitcoin's going to do.
Yeah, I agree. I think, stay patient, guys. Okay, we might not see much news come out for a month, but I think it'll go crazy. Just stay patient. I mean, traditionally, the cycle lasts until September 2025, so plenty of time on our side. We've front run a lot this cycle, so stay patient.
Yes, sir. I agree.
All right, guys. As always, thanks for being here. Give us a follow, Greeny's Trades and Craig's Coin Purse. Guys, I will be doing an AI/Memecoin Trenches live stream in a bit. Maybe give me an hour or so, and I'll be back live on Twitch, though, okay? That's Twitch only, okay? I'm trying to grow my Twitch channel, so check it out. Greeny Trades over there as well. But as always, thanks, Craig, for joining me. We'll be back next Tuesday, next Thursday. The market is really heating up. And, we're giving you free alpha every week. So, again, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks, Craig.
Thanks, guys. Ciao.
Cheers.